What's up, everybody? Shauna D Man here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having yourselves a great week. We have been relatively busy here on the channel the past couple of days. Yesterday, I dropped my reactions for Final Destination Bloodlines and the Fantastic Four First Steps. And then today, you're getting episode 3 review of Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then also my reaction for the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. So we have been very busy here on the channel the past at least 2 days. So when it kind of comes to the reaction trailers that I did, I only kind of like just did a reaction, didn't really go more in depth about it. I will go in depth about these projects on Friday's live stream here on the channel. Definitely want to check that out. Probably gonna be about like 8 p.m. Central Time is my plan. We'll see how things go, but that should be the plan. So definitely want to check that out. As far as your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I decided, I didn't realize Disney, which is this was probably a good segue to go into it. I didn't realize Disney Plus was going to drop these episodes like that, because last week we got the first 2 episodes, and then this week we got 3 episodes, and so it's interesting that they're doing it that way. So I'm just going to do individual episode reviews and just drop those individually. That's my plan. It'll work out better that way for me. But episode 3 review of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Obviously, we pick up from last week where Norman finds out that Peter is Spider-Man, because for some reason Peter decided to, suit up in a corporate hallway that usually would have cameras in it, but it is what it is. And right off the bat, obviously Peter is worried. Osborn, obviously, I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has an agenda. I think he does have an agenda, because he's probably obviously the guy. Because even in the first, I think it was episode 2, where Nico was talking about how you don't get that rich without doing some kind of shady stuff on the side, and talk about Osborn. And I wouldn't be surprised, because the villains in this episode, 2 just random, I guess, brand new villains that they made for the series. The villains in this episode and the one in the episode 2 are wearing tech made by somebody with like this interesting logo on it. Originally I thought maybe this was Osborn, but now maybe could this be the Tinkerer? That would probably be my next guess, because it had like this figure 8 symbol on the tech. And so I was like, at first I was like, maybe this is Osborn doing some shady deals, because in episode 2 he had the arsonist kind of burn down a building for like basically real estate purposes. And then this episode, the 2 villains, one has like boots that give him like super speed, and the other has and she gets like these energy based blades that she can use. I'm curious if maybe it's the Tinkerer, because that's probably my second. Yeah, I don't think it could. Well, I mean, there's other highly intelligent villains that it could be, but I don't know who the overarching villain is for this series is for season 1, because we got Lonnie Lincoln's story side quest going on in this episode 2, but I'm all over the place. Sorry. So basically, with Peter, and Norman wants to help Peter, and he invites him to this fancy dinner place where Norman gets, wants to help. Although I do think there's more to it than what he is obviously displaying, but he wants to help, and he's talking about all these different suit designs, or like different features, like police scanner in the mask, a drone potentially, things like that. And Peter, being Peter Parker, decides that he obviously, number one, he doesn't want his Aunt May to know. She's already struggling, go through a lot anyway, because we also see her that she is selling stuff for money, a lot of clothing and items that we even see her selling a shirt with Ben Parker's name on it. So she's just going through a lot of stuff to try to scrap up some money. So Peter is just like, don't involve her. She's got a lot going on. And obviously Norman It's just like, don't worry, your secret's safe for me. I don't know what the gag was with Peter being like, oh, it's your security playing a trick on you kind of thing. And I'm just kind of like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Not in a bad way, but I'm just kind of like, you're like, come on. He obviously knows you're Spider-Man. But even then, Norman just commends him for being like, even though I know your secret, you're still wanting to look out for the people close to you. And that's Peter's thing too. He's just like, he doesn't want to put Norman Osborn or the people of Oscorp in jeopardy. People found out that he was Spider-Man. And then Norman's whole thing was he made this internship because he figured the four smartest people. We got Parker, Cho, the girl from Wakanda, and another girl. I can't remember their names, honestly. We got them, and as I guess the four smartest people within the area. And Norman kind of figured that one of them is either helping Spider-Man or is Spider-Man. So he created the internship to keep a closer eye on them. It just so happens that Peter changes into his Spider-Man suit in Oscorp on the first day of the internship. It is what it is. So, so Peter's just like, he wants to do it on his own. He just wants to help people. And Norman just says, all right, well, I can respect your wishes, but I hope you decide to continue with Oscorp because you're a very intelligent young man. You got a bright future, despite what Spider-Man does in the future. So, obviously, he ultimately, is going to go back to Oscorp. Norman even cuts him a check for, I think, $1,000 is what it was. So that's pretty cool. Good for him. He got a little money. I thought the go off a side note was the Lonnie Lincoln thing. I thought because the side plot to this is Lonnie's brother Dre got caught up with a gang. What is it? The 110th Street Gang was the name was. And why? It's not really clear why he joined up with a gang, because he was brought home by the police for vandalizing a building. And even the leader of the gang is like, hey, yo, your brother, he sought us out. He came to us, so he's our brother now. Like, why? Like, what's the reason for his brother to seek out this gang? Now, if it was like them maybe struggling financially or something like that, and his brother and Dre thought maybe he could help the family with some extra money by joining this gang, doing the work, and then that's a way to help out. But I would have probably liked that a little bit more than him just wanting to join a gang, because sometimes you just don't join a gang. So it's my opinion. There's reasons on why you do it. And so, but Lonnie decides to basically trade, let Dre go. I'll take his place and be a member of the gang. I'll do what you need me to do. And that's that. So I'm interested on where this goes with Lonnie Lincoln. Obviously, this is a young version of Tombstone. I'm curious to see on where this goes with this character, because they're also spending a lot of time with this side quest. I guess subplot of the series. So I'm just very curious. But needless to say, we get an infamous Peter Parker camera that he'll more likely use in the future to take pictures to Spider-Man for the Daily Bugle. He encounters the two. What are their names? I don't even think I got their names. Let's see. Who we got? Okay, so Maria and James are their names. Okay, like that. I guess that just shows how little I cared about these characters. But I don't know if they're actually Spider-Man villains. I've never heard these names because on Screen Rant, they're listed as Maria Tarantula Vasquez and James Speed Demon Sanders. Um, I don't know. I don't know if these guys are characters within the Spider-Man lore. I've never heard of them. Somebody in the comment section probably knows more than me. But ultimately, through Osborn helping Peter, he's able to beat them both. And thus, Peter and Osborn working together. Yeah. So, I mean, it's fine. Like, I guess it's fine. Like, this episode wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was fine. I know some people really like it. Some people who you know aren't really big fans of it. I just find it like, here's the thing. Typically with me, if I'm not already interested in the show, like if the trailers or promos or whatever, that doesn't really necessarily get me excited, or if it's something that I automatically, you know, am hyped to see, then I'm just going to be very about it until I actually watch it. 3 episodes in, and I'm just fine with the series. It's not good. It's not. I mean, it could probably. The art style is fine. I mean, there's some things you could probably do different, I guess. Like, I'm just like watching them like move their body parts, or like at least their heads, and you have like the dark shadow that, you know, that you would typically see in a comic strip kind of thing. Not necessarily seeing like May's hair, for instance, because there was a moment earlier when she was in the department talking with Peter and everything where she has her hair down, but part of her hair is like on her shoulder, and it just all moves as if it's like one piece and got kind of thing. And again, that's just probably animation decision and stuff like that. So I'm not really gonna harp too much about it, but it's fine. Like, I'm just interested to see. I just wasn't expecting them to drop 3 episodes on a Wednesday like that. So that really caught me off guard. And so, but I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see how things play out with the other episodes. So I should have an episode review on Friday and Saturday. At least that's my plan. Episodes 4 and 5 of this series. I should have it up Friday and Saturday. I think that's pretty much about it. I know this wasn't like a traditional like episode review. I'll just like give my thoughts about it. It's fine. It's fine. I did hear that we're gonna get like several different suits before we get the classic suit. So that's probably gonna start in episode 4 and 5. So I'm interested to see what kind of suits, because we did see the future, the future Foundation suit in the trailer for the series. So obviously that's one of the suits we're going to get. Obviously we're going to get the classic, but there's other ones that we're going to see. So I'm very interested to see what those look like. But yeah. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this little quick review. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure you comment below. Also, don't forget, on Friday around 8, we'll be having a live stream here on the channel to go over some of the trailers that have dropped and things like that. But other than that, guys, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all have a good one.